Ate some chicken. Well, I didn't actually. I ate chicken skin because I had a big breakfast last night. So, um, that means I can't have to save until 4, which is 2.5 hours away. Life is so boring. The social media ban just punishes adults by making you have to put your IDs in and stuff. What's the first one from? I can't remember. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What do you expect? Taika Waititi directed it. Of course it was gonna be terrible. He makes bad movies, bro. Jojo Rabbit is the only exception. He makes bad movies. People saw Ragnarok and it was a fucking joke. I thought Ragnarok was dog shit. And somehow the next one he makes is even worse, and even people who liked Ragnarok thought it was terrible. Fucking bullshit, bro. This is so boring. What's this doing, bro? Fucking Hassan. They only took a picture of him because he looks attractive. I bet they didn't even know who he was. People are so superficial, bro. They just say someone they think they're attractive, and then they take photos and give them regard and stuff. Literally the only reason why. Like with streamers, most of the top female streamers, people only like them because they're attractive. And that's true for a bunch of the top male ones as well. It's not necessarily as true for the male ones. A lot of top male streamers aren't very attractive, but it's definitely true for the female ones and some of the male ones. so tired. Come on, lag. Oh my fucking god, bro. How is this still loading? How is this still loading? There's no way. There's no way this is still loading. It's just sitting here. What? What is it doing? I'm supposed to be getting into a match, and it's not even fucking loading. Because it probably had nothing to do with the fucking shit that they were doing. That's probably why he mocked it. What was the context? Oh, you gotta respect his faith. Blah 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 bullshit. Trying to get him out. Yeah, they're trying to call him a Nazi. It's retarded. These people are fucking stupid. There's no context. fucking stupid. How is a high ranking, what is he, a judge or whatever it was, I don't remember. What was he? Attorney. How's he fucking taking this? Oh, I don't walk on like certain days of the week because I'm Jewish. Fuck off. Get real. Get fucking real. No wonder he's talked shit about it. Well, this is like literally how it is. These people with identity politics. The only thing that they fucking care about, their main concern, is identity politics. A Jewish guy, his main concern is anti-Semitism. As if that is at all the biggest fucking issue facing people in the United States. It's not. It's not really that bad. It really isn't that bad. What a fucking joke. Of course he would say that. Keeps a low profile, but he talks to a Jewish news outlet. Won't even talk to the fucking NY Times. What a joke, bro. These people are absurd, and they want you to think this is like normal. It's not. Chosen people. They think they are the chosen people. It's absurd. It's standard dress. But they said, no, he's a Nazi. It's standard dress. Literal federal officials say it's standard issue. He didn't wear it to look like a Nazi. It's just what they wear, you fucking retards. That's so stupid. Oh, but he looked like a Nazi though. He was wearing something and he looked like a Nazi. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. They make it seem like he went out of his way to buy something Nazi-like and wore it to intimidate people. No, it's standard issue. They've literally said it's standard issue. Stupid thing to say. Guy's kind of an idiot. Obviously, that's why he got removed. Fucking lag, bro. They're just making him a figurehead and then crucifying him. That's what the liberal media is doing. That's what liberals are doing. Making them the head, the figurehead, and then sacrificing them at the altar. Right? As if it's not like the entire organization that is choosing to do this, and he just happens to be the leader who expresses how the entire organization feels. It's part of the government. These aren't random people. These are government employees, right? It's rearranged my shit. That's really annoying. That's crazy, what the fuck? New Zealand politics is so stupid, bro. I bet there will be at least one US article on the front page. Is there? Oh, you're moving to Australia. Lucky you. I don't have the option because I can't work. Lucky you. Surprisingly, there isn't. New Zealand media kind of sucks. What do you mean stellar career? She was awful. Bro, she's been in Parliament my entire life. That's crazy. I want to be a politician. Yeah. I get censored though. Stupid ass Topium alarm. They suck. Here's why I'm moving to Australia, because it's better if you can walk. It's better to live there. God, this is bad. Australia is cheaper and you get paid more and there are more things to do and there's better stuff to spend your money on. It's just a better country. Why would you live in New Zealand? New Zealand is shit. New Zealand is literally just worse. Australia is literally just better. That's how it is. There's never anything new, bro. That's what it's called, right? Maybe it's Health Rising. Phoenix Rising is the forums. Okay, this basically never posts. This post last time on the 18th of January. This is shit. Yeah, I'm quitting this game. It's too laggy. It doesn't work. It was fine yesterday, but today it's not, so that's really annoying. Maybe I'll play Minecraft instead. I like having some food. Back to my old world, which I stopped playing because I had everything I wanted. Maybe I could make this a different thing. Meow. Okay. I actually got it on mute. Meow. I do like Minecraft. It's a reliable game, you know. It's pretty fun. I don't like the farming aspect of it though, where people do like those farms and stuff. Not like growing plants, but like where they build these stupid machines and make it really easy to do stuff. I don't know, it's technically it's part of the game, so I should probably just get into it. I used to play Minecraft and Forza 4, but Forza 4 doesn't work anymore. Carrots. I used to play this while I was listening to Marxist audiobooks. Imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism, and what is to be done and stuff like that. Guess I could do some more terraforming. It's almost night time. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit 10k steps today, and that's alright because I've been tiring myself out too much by hitting 10k all the time. Whoops. I miss Forza 4, it was fun. I just stopped walking one day. I'm so tired. These are my maps. Shows the progress of my base. I feel like this would be way more fun if there were other people to play with. You know? Maybe we'll make this into a oh shit, secret room. What is that? Put some music on. Oh shit. Bro, the music keeps cutting out. Like, what? I'm not using too much stuff. Why is the music cutting out? That's like, oh, your computer's completely fucking up. Why can't I pick that up, man? Another rock chest. That song was quite good. Wish Fortnite ran this well. That song was good. Oh, that's the one I added. I just listened to it again. What do I need? Crafting table to build. Steps. Ah, that's not what I wanted as a... Oh, I've just wasted all of that. I'm supposed to be making cobblestone. Why the fuck do I have andesite? Are you fucking kidding me? Why is this retarded, bro? Why is this so stupid? No, this is fucking retarded. What is it doing? Why would I want it to place it like that? It's so stupid. Headless Steward. Because it's very difficult to get people to realize that they have quite difficult lives. It's difficult. No, what did I say? It's difficult to get people to realize that the average person's life is not that difficult. Like, it's not as bad as people with chronic illness. They don't give a shit. This is boring. Play Minecraft. Yeah, gaining political power seems like a very difficult thing to do, unfortunately. Even though it's necessary to, like, pass anything, get anything done. If you've got aims, it's like you kind of need political power to make them a reality. If you don't have it, it's probably never going to happen. You want funding for your chronic illness that needs it? Well, good luck if you got no political power. That's how it is. Good luck isn't likely nothing will change. Yeah, what's the easiest way to do that? Join a current political party, except the problem is, in this country, no one wants to do anything about it. The ones that might be willing are reformists who still think, oh, we can just reform the market. And they don't even get enough votes to actually run the country either, and neither does the other left-wing party. They're not going to win the next election. Fucking idiots in the other part of the house fucking yelling. What is he doing? try, like, put a political party's thing on Facebook and, like, do a couple of posts, but they get no views, because, I don't know, gets no views. It's probably censored. It's probably censored. This is how it works. The capitalist media censors stuff that says capitalism is bad. Seriously, the only stuff that you are allowed to say, not really conspiracy, this is just what they do, this is just how they operate. They only let you see useless stuff that doesn't actually lead to anything changing. That's the reality. They only let you see stuff that won't lead to anything changing. And they censor everything else. The United States government censors it. Aren't you Australian, or how does it affect you? No, I'm from New Zealand. It affects me because um, all of the media companies are American owned. All the social media companies are American owned. And the United States has a massive influence on Western countries like New Zealand. Shit's never gonna change. It's like, it's impossible. Like, actually hearing from, like, people who call themselves leftists and stuff, it just comes off as cringe, because it's like, you know, they can say all this shit and it will never change. It won't change. Um, yeah, it's basically just words and no action. Never changes anything, because most people don't even really want it to change. So it doesn't affect them too badly, apparently. How does it affect me? It affects me because, like, I'm poor. And I can't even get, like, people to view the stuff that I say. I can't even get attention on the issues because it gets censored on platforms like X. I got banned off of Threads. So, for some reason, because a bunch of people reported me because they didn't like what I was saying. So, you can't even get your... why do I make steps? I don't need steps. You can't even get your words out there. I don't know, maybe that's not true. Maybe people actually just don't care. I don't know. Maybe it is that people just don't care. It seems surprising to me, though. Like, do people just not care, or is it censorship, or is it both? I don't know. There's definitely censorship on social media platforms, though. Because, like, you say certain things and it's like, oh, that's against terms of service, that's against community standards. Maybe it is just people don't care. I don't know. Because it's like, if I take the example, which I keep bringing it back to, which is chronic fatigue syndrome, it's like, you can tell people how bad it is, right? And you can put out documentaries and media, and there's a whole bunch of stuff out there, but it doesn't sway public opinion at all whatsoever. At all. It doesn't sway public opinion in the slightest. Public opinion, people are like, oh, I've never heard of it. How have you never heard of it? There's so much information available. And it's like, I will post and post and post and write articles. It doesn't go anywhere. Is it being suppressed or what? I don't understand. You put all this effort in to raise awareness and it doesn't do anything. And even when you've got awareness, nothing is done about it regardless. So it doesn't change. You say like, oh, I'm poor, I can't afford stuff. Yeah, well, nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. That's the thing. I would say it's a combination of things. I would say, yes, you do get censored, but also no one cares. So it's kind of like two things at once. I don't understand. It's like, seriously, no one cares. Nobody cares. If people cared, something would be done about it, because they don't, nothing is. That's how it works. If you don't have power in the sense of public support, you can't get anything done. That's how it works. If public opinion doesn't favor you, you won't be successful. That's how it is. And you say, is, it's a stupid question. Is chronic fatigue syndrome a priority of literally anyone in parliament or in government? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No one cares. Nobody cares. They don't even know it exists. Literally. They don't even know that it exists. And if you tell them, this is the thing, some of them actually do know it exists, they just don't give a shit. Because people have gone to the government and said, can you please recognize this as a disability, it's debilitating, gives people terrible lives, and they said no. They took a year and they said no. They said, we're not going to allow that. We're not going to recognize it as a disability. That's what they said. I get the feeling that my page on Facebook is censored. Because I get like maybe 3 or 4 views. That's what it tells me. It says 3 or 4 views. But I definitely get the feeling that, you know, there's the media that supports capitalism, which is basically all of us. Basically all of it supports capitalism, at very least in this sort of market, pro-markets form. Not even managed markets, just markets. Like, free market, usually. They don't like stuff that says that that is bad. They don't like stuff that says maybe a market system doesn't work for everyone, which is true. It doesn't. It doesn't work for everyone. What are my main issues, my main grievances that I would say? Main issues slash grievances. Forced medication. Which they consider acceptable. Society considers it acceptable that they forcibly drug some people, such as me. Those are my main issues. No one wants to hear from me, no one gives a shit. Even that guy who asked the question left like immediately after, he didn't even wait for a response, I think. Unless he's the one viewer, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't count the viewers properly. I'm pretty sure he left immediately before I gave an answer. Then people just find it insufferable, like they hate listening to you talk about it. It's like, I'm trying to fix things that affect my life, you know? That affect my life badly. I want them to not be so bad. It's like people can't even understand that this is like a way worse life than the average by far. And that I don't choose this for myself. And all these other stupid things that you have to make people absolutely sure of. Because otherwise they'll just assume. They say, oh, it's not that bad, and if it is, you're choosing it for yourself, and all this stupid bullshit. It's like, honestly, what a joke. Social media emphasizes the stupidest stuff that doesn't matter, and so does news media, right? The amount of focus on, like, accidents, which are possibly not even preventable. You know, a whole bunch of people die in an accident. Massive coverage. A week of coverage minimum. Week of coverage minimum. As opposed to, like, sicknesses that people have that could be made better if there were actual attention toward them. You know, it's like they don't actually care about what is like the best thing with the biggest impact. It's about sensationalism and what makes people feel certain emotions. But also not sometimes, because they actually like to avoid people getting too upset about certain things. An accident, they love an accident because they can say, oh, it's just random. Oh, it's not the government's fault. Oh, we don't have to do anything about it. We can all just be sad and fucking jack each other off to the fucking sadness and grief of it. Fuck off. Literally, that's what they're like. I see this all the time. Every time there's an accident, every time a bunch of people die for some stupid reason that's basically random, this is what they're like. They're fucking jacking themselves off to the grief and the sadness of it. But not in a way that it, like, actually leads to anything. You know, oh, we improved the safety. This is random. Okay? You have things that aren't random, like sickness, that you could be focusing on, and they don't, because, oh, that's kind of boring. People don't want to hear about that on the news. You know? This is the society we live in, where that's what the media has decided. The media has decided ME/CFS isn't important enough to cover, and many other things, and many other things. That's what they've decided. They've decided it's not worth covering. Because if I ask ChatGPT, I know it's going to say something like, well, actually, the media doesn't consider how severe something is when they're covering it. It's sensationalism and what they think's going to get them the most views and that sort of thing. The thing is, ME/CFS is severe for a lot of people. It's very bad. It should be sensational, and it's not, because they've just decided, well, there's nothing that can be done about it, so it's not even worth covering at all. That's what they've decided. They've decided, well, they're not going to get any better, so why should we even cover it? They don't get better because you don't cover it, and so there's no funding, and nothing is done about it. That's why. It's not just it's impossible to get better. It's a sickness. They can come up with a treatment like they did with COVID-19. Okay? It might be more complicated than that, I don't know. ChatGPT said it would be more complicated, but surely if it had funding, there could be something happening. There could be something happening, and people just don't care. Is it that people don't care, or is it censored, or what? Because I don't understand otherwise. It just doesn't matter to a lot of people. Isn't that fair to say? It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter to a lot of people. I think that's the reality. Reality is a lot of people just don't give a shit because it doesn't affect them. And why should they care, right? Media is corrupt, and then social media is censored. It's like, what can you even do? If the mass media, news media that publishes articles and does the TV news and all of that won't focus on it because they don't give a shit. And they think, oh, it's going to be bad for business. But, yeah, when you try to post it yourself on social media, you get censored. Especially if you're talking about capitalism, you get censored. So that's a people don't care reason. I did not click on that fucking shit. Can you fuck off? That is censoring though. Filtering and censoring is the same thing. They self-censor because they don't want to write about it, not because it isn't important. This is so fucking hopeless, bro. It's actually hopeless. Not even an exaggeration, there's no hope. It doesn't. They put one article out per year. They do one article, one day, a short 5-minute section in the news per year. And that's like, oh, we're finally doing something about it. And it's one article in the news for 5 minutes per year. It doesn't break through. It doesn't. They don't do anything on it. There isn't effective advocacy. None of them have ever achieved anything. That's the reality. They've never achieved anything anywhere ever. ME/CFS advocates have done nothing the entire time. They've achieved nothing. Because nobody gives a shit. They haven't achieved anything. ME/CFS affected working professionals. Oh, this is so fucked. You've got the worst fucking people in power who do nothing to help out people who actually need it. And so nothing ever changes. Like, literally none of the advocacy that has ever been done for MECFS has changed anything. It hasn't changed anything, hasn't fixed anything, hasn't gotten it better. The only time anything actually changed was when they complained about this graded exercise therapy, which obviously made people worse. That was the only time it's ever changed. And that didn't even fix anything. They just stopped doing something that was making it worse. Didn't make anything better. That's the same thing. If you don't care enough to give anything up for it, you obviously don't care that much. That is not giving a shit. Seriously, it's like you seeing Palestine saying, "Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna donate any money." so fucking tired. I'm gonna stop streaming.